So good morning to one and all. I warm welcome to all for the national webinar on personality development skill tips for aspiring dairy graduates, which is conducted by Department of Dairy Chemistry, College of Dairy Science and Technology, under the Institutional Development Plan, which is operational under Gadwasu. It gives me immense pleasure and proud privilege to welcome our today's speaker, Mr. Tamaya ND. He is a regional sales manager, Chris Hansen, based at Bangalore. And I'm grateful to you, sir, for accepting our invitation for delivering this lecture to our students, even in your busy schedule. I'm very much thankful for that. Coming to his brief introduction, he is a master graduate in dairy science with 16 plus years of experience in dairy, processed foods, beverage, hospitality, and catering services. And currently, as I said, he is working as a regional sales manager in Chris Hansen, based at Bangalore. And he is an ASQO certified manager of quality organizational excellence by American Society of Quality. And he has implemented so many standards, especially good manufacturing practices, HACCP, ISO 22000, BRC food as well as the packaging and AIB standards in more than 70 companies and conducted more than 800 audits and 750 trainings across the country in a different food sectors. And he was approved food safety consultant by the Quality Council of India and APEDA in a period of 2006 and 2010. With this brief introduction, I request Mr. Tamaya to deliver his lecture on personality development tips for aspiring dairy graduates. Before that, I also request our students to fill the forms which will be available in the chat box, Google form, for registering this webinar in order to get the e-certificate, as well as will also mark your attendance for this webinar. And you also write your any queries in the chat box, okay? And we'll discuss those questions after the webinar. We'll have a 15 minutes time to discuss with our speaker, and I hope that this webinar will be very beneficial, and it is not related to your subject matter, okay? And it will be as I mentioned on the title itself, it is on a personality development, and those who are really want to go to the industry, okay, for them it will be very beneficial, okay. And such kind of what to say uh, uh, such kind of information will not be available, okay. So, and we are inviting that kind of speaker. He has experience with the 16 years in a different industries, okay. And hope he will benefit from this, and I request all the students to raise your question and take a benefit out of this. Sir, I request you to start your presentation, and we'll have a discussion session later.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Am I audible clearly?
Yeah, yes, sir.
1 minute, I'll share the screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I hope screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. It gives me an immense opportunity to share my experience, whatever I got from last 16 years, after my master graduate in dairy chemistry. Okay. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Veena and other faculty members of College of Dairy Science and Technology, Guru Angad Dev Veterinary and Animal Sciences University, Ludhiana, Punjab. So this is, what I can say, it's rather than the theoretical, session or a webinar. I would like to share my experience, different companies across different sectors, which I've come across. Okay, so 16 years experience in the industry with masters. I might be having some experience, but that I try to put it across, some blend of theory as well as practical applications. Okay, so welcome to the session of personality development tips for an aspiring dairy graduates or students, whatever you can call it as. Today, as an agenda, I'll be covering some of these, kind of skill set which required to start or to start any kind of a role in any company. And lastly, very interesting is, the general tips. I just put around 2 to 3 slides where, like some of the stuffs are very important and it comes through my experience over 16 years of journey. Certain rules before we kick off is, if you have a questions, use your chat box to write your questions or any kind of queries or clarification required. And also we have end of the session, we'll have some kind of a Q&A session, and I'll try to answer all your questions by end of the sessions as well. Yeah. So let's kick off. As you know, like there are, gamut of skills which required, for any kind of a entry level role, in any companies, whether be a dairy technology, as a dairy technology in dairy companies, or, any food technologist in any food companies. So you have a, ample of opportunities in wide varieties of industries at this point in time. When I passed out in 2004, there were very limited opportunities when we passed out from a college, and then force us to do a master graduate and then start searching a job opportunities. But what I can see that paradigm shift over the last 16 years. Now there are much more opportunities, much more industries have come up in the, in the Indian food industry. Yeah. So to match those, requirements of a job description of any company, you need to have some kind of certain skill sets before you enter into the companies, right? And those who are in third year or fourth year, very important to develop a skills. And okay, you enjoyed the first 2 years or 3 years, that's fine. You enjoyed. That's how college, you need to enjoy each and every moment. However, it's very important to gather, or if you important to, acquire some skill sets when it comes to the personality development. Okay, this is very, very important. And I believe these sessions will be helpful for you to, get into the new companies and excel in those companies as well. If you look at gamut of skill sets, there are, like leadership skills, are there, behavior skills, kind of ambition, multitasking, like people has to do multitasking when you join a company. And confidence, the people talk, in a confidence, with a high level of confidence, motivation, innovation. Okay. And professionalism, right? Taking a ownership of different tasks, am I right? Working with the team. And your attendance, coming on time to the office. Okay, living on time, for a home. Motivation, self motivation, as I mentioned, helping others, am I right? Your conduct, your behavior in the workplace, right? So these are the some of the things, like which you come across, right? But what I'm going to cover is, as I mentioned in the previous slide, I think these are the some of the important aspects which, person has to learn as a minimum things. Of course, there are n number of personality development skills or soft skills which are available today. But however, I believe that these are the some of the things which, helpful for a beginners of, any job in the company. Yeah. So let's kick off now. Coming to the communication. Coming to the communication skills, we call it as an effective communication. People talk about communication, what communication and all those things. Okay, am I right? Communication is just a two-way process. You exchange your ideas, am I right? Thought process, information. You might be sharing some general information. You must be sharing a social information or some kind of a knowledge or kind of an ideas to others. That is the way of communication. And believe me, this is one of the biggest pillar of a soft skills. And those who communicate, well, so who can be a very successful in the company, right? Some of them might be having some ideas. For example, in the college, when you're sitting, you might be having some questions in your mind, but you are failed to or unable to communicate because your shyness in your heart or in your within yourself will kill you and will not open up in front of others. So don't keep that, actually open up. Okay, so and that is how your communication skills will improve. If you don't talk, if you don't open, your communication skills never be improved, right? So today, nowadays, leaders, you talk about any leaders, any leaders, for example, government of India, for example, Prime Minister of India, how we communicate to your people. There are social medias available, there are kind of a verbal communication, there are emails, there are WhatsApp. Nowadays, there are, there are different tools available, right? Look at, for example, national, any advertisement which comes through, any new policy which comes through. So the one way of communication is an advertisement, and this is a communication, right? And nowadays, all students have a, kind of very advanced technology in their phone, and now WhatsApp is so easy for us to communicate, right? So this is a way of communication. So as I mentioned, a person who has a good communication skills would be successful in his role or duties. Why? Because he can able to communicate what he wants and what he is supposed to do, and this is how very successful, right? And communication should be very clear, simple, and easy to understand. And there are many ways of communication apart from emails and phones and WhatsApp. For example, when it comes to when you join a company, you will understand there are displays of policies and procedures within the company. There are, small booklets. Some of the companies will give you booklets to go through the policies. Some of the technical booklets they will give you. So these are the something, what I can say, ways of communication. Am I right? Let us look at, very simple how to write an email. I just try to put it across here. People use shortcuts. For example, you as a word. People use a letter U. Am I right? And this is how we do it as a college student. But those who are in third year and final year students, or even master graduate students, try to understand, you are entering into a next level of your professionalism. And first year, second year, third year, you enjoy a lot, and you go for a trips, you have a social gatherings, that's all different. But when it comes to the, when you before get into the companies, when you before get into the professional life, try to understand certain things. And those who doesn't have a LinkedIn profile, please go back today, not later than soon. Have your LinkedIn account. Why LinkedIn account? This is where you can have a professional connectivity with your senior people, with your colleagues, okay, with the industry experts. Am I right? So this is how you can have better communication. Start communicating with your seniors. And I definitely, you will have a question, what are the, job opportunities in this COVID time? And definitely I'm expecting this question end of the session. But try to understand, those people who are good in communication have a good connectivity with the people, with seniors, with, your seniors. I'm talking about with your college seniors, okay, in the industry. They are very easy to connect and easy to get a job. And this is my personal experience of 16 years. Am I right? So this is how you put it in a, email, like, very systematic, very simple way, very professional way. All right. So this is what you need to learn, you need to understand, you need to practice when it comes to the communication. So how it benefits in terms of an effective communication? It takes out your fear. As I mentioned, some of the people are, like very reluctant in talking in front of a teachers, in front of others, because, maybe they are poor in communication. But if you sit within yourself like that, you will never learn, you will never open up. Please, remember, if you don't know a proper English, but this is the way you can learn English. And if you go to the English class, you will not learn, believe me. And this is how I learned. We are not from a great education background, but nowadays the education has improved. But when we were studying in a local language, and when it comes to the college level, we were not talking in a fluent English, right? So, but when you keep your fearness inside, if you don't open up, then it will be a difficult. So effective communication will help you in terms of taking out your fear, developing your relationship with others, and then people remember you. Please remember, the people who talk effectively, who confidently, always we get identified in a group of people. Am I right? When it comes to a group discussion, the people who doesn't have a fear, who have an effective communication. Effective communication means what overall? Like, the way you communicate, the what extent you communicate, in which language you communicate, and what purpose and what is the purpose of communication. Am I right? So this is very, very important to have a communication skills upgrade. And I'll take a classic example. When I passed out from a college 2004, and then I started interacting with seniors. Those days LinkedIn and Facebook were not there, but however we try to communicate over the phone, and we used to remember those phone numbers as well. Okay, so what we used to do is I try to gather information and try to put it in a newsletter form. And I don't know Veena remembers, but we since last 6 years, I was one of the panelists, and I was the one of the founder of the newsletter. And then we are now, 7th, 8th year now. We do, instead of monthly, we publish those newsletters on a once in a quarter basis. So this is how your effective communications will improve. So try to do a lot of other activities where it can improve your communication skills. Coming to the next one, time management. It's another biggest pillar of the soft skills, time management. People says you don't need to manage a time, you manage yourself. That is true, because time runs. You cannot manage the time, all right? You need to manage yourself. You need to organize yourself. So that's the first one. It talks about process of organizing and planning yourself so that you complete your task on time. And as I said, this is another biggest pillar of a soft skills. And this is, people are so successful. Effective communication and effective managing your time, managing your activities. People are so successful in the company, right? So this is, time management, it indirectly measures you, how productive you are. Okay, people, for example, come to your office, instead of 8:30 or 9, they come at 7:30 and start browsing and what I can say, like, start spending on a personal issues. So don't do that actually. Time management, before just 5-10 minutes or 15 minutes before you start the work, okay, and then leave on time. Please remember, leave on time, right? So there are many tools available, in terms of to list out your activities, to-do list, notepads, am I right? So these, will give you many tasks to prioritize based on the target time, am I right? Because when you join a company, your boss will, line manager will give you a task, his manager will give you a task, am I right? Your subordinates will give you a task, am I right? So you need to prioritize the task. Right, so there are many reminders available nowadays to put it in a very systematic way, and you manage your activities, track your activities, right? So look at this, priority matrix, right? So I just put it in a nice way, and you can see some of the examples, right? So if you talk about a priority in terms of the time management, you need to understand, is that an important, is that an urgent? Yes, it is a high important, it is a very urgent, then just do it yourself, okay? Because this is very important task which affect probably the company profile or company image. You do it yourself. If low importance and high urgency, delegate it. Delegate in the sense, you pass on to your subordinate, you pass on to your other guys, because you might be having colleagues in the company, you just pass on to your these things, right? And then if it is very high important, right, and then low urgency, then you need to schedule it. Look at this, schedule it. These are called as a quadrants, right? Okay, so unless and until you practice this matrix, you will not understand. Example, I'll talk about an example. You have a critical foreign body consumer complaint, a kind of a cockroach found in a milk, example. Where do you place this? You definitely place this here. It's very high, very urgent, very important, very urgent. So just do it. Gather the team and then just start doing it yourself. Am I right? Visiting a bank. Am I right? You cannot delegate it. Probably it may be very important, low urgency, schedule it. All right. Reduction of machine breakdowns. Example, there is a pasteurizer in the company which is a 40 KL capacity, which has broken down, and then you have a supply, short supply in the milk. Okay. So what you do? Okay, probably you can put it here or put it here. So I prefer I important, I urgency because there is a no supply. So just do it. So this is how you need to manage your activities based on the priority. Okay. So how it help you out? I think you can go through all these things. Those who manage a time or manage the activities very well, they have a less stress. And you no need to stretch a time. You come early 7 o'clock and leave at 10 o'clock. That really absolutely not required at any point in time. Please believe me. Okay. Hard work is required, but hard work is required within the time of whatever the working hours. And time managing always help you out in terms of balancing your work life and the personal life. Please believe me. For you talk about Azim Premji, who is a chairman of Wipro, and Narayan Murthy, chairman of Infosys. What they have mentioned, please try to complete your tasks within 8 hours of your work. Don't stretch upon, because you're screwing your completely your personal life. You're balancing between work life and a personal life will screw up. And then you realize that you will have a lot of stress, you will lot of nowadays you easy to catch all kind of diseases nowadays. Yeah. So you plan your work accordingly. If you want to get up at 7 o'clock, okay, you get up at 7 o'clock. If you want to reach your college at 8 o'clock, you reach your college at 8 o'clock. Right? These are some of the disciplines which you need to bring within you. And when it comes to a benefit, I'll take an example. Think that you are working in a research and development department, R&D department. You have just joined, and your manager has given you an assignment that you need to complete a trial of this product. For example, probiotic curd or a dahi example. You need to complete this within a short span, right? So within a short span, and we can launch it. If we could able to complete those tasks well within the time frame, so that they can launch it, and it's a benefit at a cost to the company. Please remember this. Yeah. So this is how you should look at your time management. Coming to the handling pressure, pressure is a common situation which you come across, right? Assignments complete nahi kiya hai humne, exam aa raha hai, test aa raha hai, practical complete nahi kiya. So there are lot of pressures, right? So why pressure comes out? Because when the multiple tasks comes at the same time, right? So very important thing, please remember, don't react to any pressure immediately, because if you react immediately, then you tend to make a mistake is more. The chances of making a mistake is very high. So please remember, handling pressure is very important. Some people have an inherent character that when pressure comes out, it's not a physical pressure, by the way, it's a mental pressure comes out, people just relax. It doesn't show on their faces. And some people exaggerate. Oh my god, exam aa raha hai, kal hi exam hai, mere ko malum nahi tha, main bhul gaya tha, main notes nahi liya, ye nahi likha, wo nahi likha. So then people start reacting very fast away. So please don't react. So very simple is take a break, keep calm yourself. Okay, for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, nothing happens. Okay. And then, because if you take a pressure, your mind will divert and tend to make a mistake is more. And that's the reason you take a break, coffee break, tea break, or whatever break, right? But of course not cigarette, because all the students are well versed with cigarette. So but don't do that. So take a break, chai break or anything, and then come back with the fresh mind, and then start breaking your tasks. You have a multiple task, breaking your task, and then look at how you can try to complete those tasks or assign those tasks. All right. This is called as self organization. All right. So when it comes to an example, for example, you have a continuous breakdown of a machine, pasteurizer example, and shortage of milk supply in the market. The vehicle supposed to leave by 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. to a market, but still it has not left because you have a breakdown of pasteurizer. So what you should do, first, you call for a meeting, relevant maintenance team, quality team, production team, planning team, and then quickly do the cause and effect analysis. And then before that, I believe that you look at how to plug those short-term actions, how to correct that pasteurizer and start running immediately. Okay. And then sit back and do some kind of a root cause analysis, assign those action plans to a respective people, and keep updating your management, and regularly meet and meet and also update your management, because you need to take an action for a long term as well, so that you live peacefully. All right, this is how you can able to kind of manage the situation. It's not like just react and blasting everybody. That what happens, when we come across this situation, we tend to lose a relationship with others because we shout on them, kya kar raha hai tum, ye kya ho raha hai, then you try to lose your kind of temper, and then that is how relationship goes bad, right? So handle situations carefully, take a break down into assignments, and then coolly think about what needs to be done, because your cool minded will give you more ideas than tense mind, and you might have come across this, right? So how it benefits, you can see, like it reduces the work conflict, as I mentioned, shouting on others, that drastically get reduced. And also very important, some of the people, when they're handling a great kind of a work pressure, or a pressure situation, or a stress situation, they take it as a challenging situation. Why? Because some of them believe that these are the opportunities where I can learn a lot of things, and I can learn, and I can take a lot of things during this pressure time. And these are the some of the pressure situations where when you become a leader, when you become a manager, it is very easy to handle those situations, because already you handled in your early career, right? Because very important, those leaders or managers should understand such situations in advance, and you should come across these situations in the early of your career, because you can handle them in very nice way, very calm way, when you become a leader or a manager, right? Coming to the adaptability, what do you mean by adaptability? Flexibility, how flexible you are. For example, your professor will say, you need to come to a college for a special class on Sunday. How do you react? Oh my God, Sunday में पार्टी बनाने के लिए सोच रहा था, अभी ये मैडम ने बोल दिया कि संडे आना है. अरे यार, क्या हो रहा है ये? So this is called as adaptability, because change is inevitable. You cannot avoid it. You cannot eliminate it. Change is inevitable. It has to happen. Am I right? And adaptability, flexibility. For example, they will say, okay, Mr. Singh, you have joined 1 month ago, and now you have to come to the night shift. Example, you have to handle the night shift, and that's where you get shock. And because they purposefully want to test your company culture, whether he can fit into your company culture, whether he is ready to take a challenges, whether he can able to adapt to the new situation. Am I right? So believe me, like example, like I got a new CEO when I was working in Nadek, and he came with a new lot of requirements. Example, he gave me an assignment that you need to implement AIB standard. By the way, AIB means American Institute of Baking. This is a food safety standard, like ISO standard. So they give me an assignment that you have to implement it. So that is where they will test how fast I can adapt, how fast I can implement this. So they given me a 6 months time to implement and get this with a great achievement. All right. So this you need to take it as a challenge, because why? It rapidly gives you a new skill sets within yourself. That is very important. All right. Yeah. So adaptability, when people test you, when you get transferred to other department, other factory, when you get a new manager, when you don't get a promotion. For example, your colleague or your classmate has got a promotion, but you didn't get it. My classmate is working in the QA department. You got a promotion. I didn't get a promotion. Please don't start comparing with others. All right. You compare with yourself. Very important. You compare with yourself. Don't compare with anybody. If you start comparing with other guys, you are killing yourself. Please believe me, guys. You're killing yourself. Adaptability is within yourself, and you need to compare yourself. Okay, I was like this 10 months ago, and I'm now improved a lot, and next 6 months I want to be like this. So you compare yourself, right? So this adaptability will be tested when you don't get promotion, when new policy introduced, when new benefits are removed. Example, the company is giving a transport bus, all of a sudden they have stopped it. Then you start reacting it. So this is how your adaptability comes in, right? You get prepared well in advance, so that you don't get upset, right? So people test you whether you can fit into a cultural fit, because every company culture, their culture, quality culture or work culture, environment would be different. So this is how you learn and you adopt these things. When it comes to the open-minded, this is very important thing for when you want to become a leader, you need to have a open-minded, because staying open-minded doesn't happen by accident. Okay. By the way, what is open-minded? Open-minded is eager to learn and willing to be a wrong. If people say you're wrong, you should be able to accept it. You should not be debating it. You know, close-minded people, what they do, what they say, shut up, man. I'm not like that. I'm like this. You know, so that is a close-minded people. Open-minded means what? You are eager to learn from others. Whether you are learning from your kid or whether you are learning from your junior friends, you know, that is called as, you know, open-minded, right? Open-minded people always be, you know, open for constructive decisions, discussions, open for criticism. If they say, man, you know, you did a wrong thing, you should not have done that, and then you accept and acknowledge it. हाँ सही है यार, मैंने मेरे को मतलब, you know, I'm repelling now, I should not have done that. So that is open for a criticism. Learn from others. Ask a questions, not for just asking a question for the sake of asking questions. If you have any doubts, you ask a questions. Some people, you know, in the classroom, like, अरे यार ये simple questions है, how can I ask madam? You know, don't think so. Don't think so, guys. Okay, please remember, these are the things which elevates and takes out your fear, right? Okay. And more important, when you want to become an open-minded, you should listen more than speaking. Because if you are speaking more, then it is called as a close-minded, because you are not accepting a criticism, you are not learning from others, you are just speaking because you want to dominate your talk. Please remember this. And if you are not listening, if you don't have, because, you know, some people, what they do is, somebody is talking and in between they try to put their things, and they try to cut short the discussions. Am I right? So that's not the case. Am I right? So you should have a listening skills than speaking skills. So that is how open-minded comes out. Okay. So another important skill is hard work versus smart work. Okay. So there are many ways to do a smart work, but however, initial of your career, please remember this, initial career of yours of around 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 years, you need to do a hard work at the ground level, in the plant level, to understand what is going on. If you want to do a smart work in the beginning, then you will be in the trouble. Please remember this. Okay. Smart work is means what? You're doing the things with in a different way without having a much efforts. Am I right? For example, smart work in the sense getting the things done. किसी को मैंने बोल दिया, काम करवाया. That is a smart work. Hard work is doing it yourself, completing yourself without having any shortcuts. And hard work will always pay you, you know, personal experience. Please remember this. When you do hard work, it doesn't mean that lifting, like what he is showing, lifting some kind of a box physically. It may be a hard work, but hard work in the sense, do it yourself. Any kind of a job, being a dairy technologist, when you come out from a college, you do it yourself to learn. And please remember this, guys, you spend 3 to 4 years or 2 to 3 years on the ground to understand what pasteurizer, how it works. You know, how FDB works. If there is any problem, how to fix that problem. Right? This is how you should do. You should do. Very important. Another thing is, you know, like whenever you change the job, be for example, even myself, I'm 17th year of experience. I've joined a company 5 months ago, but I'm doing a very, you know, groundwork in terms of understand. First 6 months of your new job will always be a very challenging. Please remember this. Yeah. Coming to the conflict resolution. One question, guys, are you feeling sleepy?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Is it interesting?
Yes, sir.
Good. Only few answers. That means only few people are awake.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good, guys. Good. Very good. Okay, I have another 9 slides to go, okay, but very important, the next slides which are coming, very important, please listen carefully. Okay, very important is next is conflict resolution. Okay, conflict, what do you mean by conflict? When you have, a mental fight or a physical fight with others, and this you experience every day, please remember this, guys, you will experience every day in your work life, in your college life, conflicts. Kisi se jagda ho gaya, that is a conflict. Why conflict happens? Because when you don't like the other person, when you have a misunderstanding, am I right? When you have a misunderstanding and when you don't like a people or a other person. So for that, how to overcome this? This is very, very important. I'm talking about conflict resolution is very, very important in the company. First, when you join a company, please try to develop a relationship or a rapport with all your colleagues. This is very, very important. Okay, the people who challenge each and every of yours, those who doesn't like you, right? So whenever you come across those challenges, you try to develop a rapport, right? And that's how your relationship happens, and then the conflicts doesn't happen. And then whenever any issues comes out, you will have a mutual understanding, no personal hatred, understanding other constraints, am I right? Agree to address challenges, and you will have a win-win situation. I'll talk an example in a moment. You are working in a company with 50,000 liters of milk per day, and you are in a products department. Okay, you make a sweets, you make a lassi, you make curd, and a lot of other things, and you need 50,000 liter milk on the day, but whereas procurement has only 70,000. Okay, and procurement guy will say, I can't give you milk today at all because I have a shortage of milk in I have a shortage of milk for a fresh milk, pouch milk, or a whatever, sachet milk or whatever. So then how do you resolve that kind of a conflict? Then you will arise, you will understand his constraint. Okay, he has only 70,000, he has to give that milk to for a fresh milk also, and I need some products also, right? So then you will arrive a mutual understanding by understanding his constraint, and then you will have a win-win situation. Then he will give you, okay yaar, 70,000 hai mere paas, मैं 30,000 दे दूंगा, 40,000 इसमें डाल दूंगा. So rather than having nothing, he give you 30,000. So this is called as win-win situation. And this is how you can avoid a conflict. And look at here, collaborating. This is called as collaborating. Okay, competing means, like, हाँ, मैं देखूंगा तुम कैसे मेरे को मिल्क 50,000 नहीं दे दूंगा. How I'll see, how I'll go to MD and I'll fight that how you can't give me a 50,000 liter today. That is competing. Compromising, ha yaar, I know that, like fresh milk, it requires, and please give this 70,000 to other guys, right? Compromising. So this is how, conflict resolution, always pitch it out for a collaboration, both parties win. I hope you understood this example. Behavior, it's very one of the important also. And please remember that company recruits you based on the technical skills, because you have done a dairy technology course. That's what I'm recruiting you for my company. But whereas I'm giving a promotion as an assistant manager from dairy technology position to an assistant manager based on your behavior. Please remember this. What are those behaviors? Aggressive, violent, gossiping, absenteeism. Is it a good practice? Have a behavior? Not really, right? These are not good behaviors. Aggressive to some extent, yes. In sports, for example, Virat Kohli exhibits some kind of an aggressiveness. Yes, it requires, but not for all positions. Aggressiveness is not required for all positions. It requires where you want to be, or where you are in. So current position, based on that you exhibit. But look at this, collaborating, you respect to the other colleagues, working as a team. These are the things which requires a behavior. All right, look at this, an example. Okay, so you want to be like this? Not certainly. You want to be like this? Yes. Shaking hands with everybody, developing a rapport with your colleagues, seniors, junior friends. All right, not jealous of your junior friends, but just being a generosity, being like respectful of others, and then this is how you have a good work environment. Okay. And when it comes to behavior, I just try to put these slides because when you come out from a college, it's very, very important. Please remember, it's very, very important to have a proper dress code. Okay. Whatever the company gives you, company might be giving uniform, you wear that uniform. Please remember that. Your combing, your shirt, your trouser, your shoes, how you groom yourself, that reflects your professionalism. And that's how people identify, oh, he maintains a discipline. Oh, he follow a good behavior. And I want to promote him next year. So this is how you get identified. Okay. So it gives you professionalism, it gives you a discipline, and that's how you've been identified among others, and then you get elevated, you get a promotion within the organization. These are the some of the things which you need to understand. Look at manpower handling. Okay, manpower handling, like when you join a company, you might have workers, laborers, operators, and other things. Please remember, first 1 or 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, you just understand the people. Okay, what they are into, which language they talk, which culture they talk, which food they eat, what about their family members. So when you understand this level, no, they become your family. Please remember this. Okay, they become a family, and then start conversing with positivity. Always try to talk in a positivity. Hey, hoga, hum karenge. Am I right? And also, whenever somebody does a good work, you acknowledge. Wow, fantastic, wonderful, excellent. Bravo, kudos to you guys. These are some of the words we should use to acknowledge, to appreciate the good work by your team. And another thing is listen to their problems and resolve it. And when you are listen to their problems, resolving it, be realistic. ऐसे नहीं बोलना कि मैं next year I'll give you 50% increment to you as an operator. No, that's not a realistic, right? Listen to their problem, try to resolve it, try to talk to your superior. And you always set an example. What do you mean by example? You come on time, you be professional in terms of your dress code, in terms of your following policy and procedures of the company. Set an example and don't gossip others, please. Okay, gossiping is sometimes okay, but not every time. Okay, that's very important. Okay, so now last part, these are some of the things which I want to put forward, okay, to you to understand and learn. But these are the general tips which I want to talk about. Okay, this comes through an experience of what I undergone from last 16 years. Dress code, as I said, dress code is very important. Combing, keeping your hair short, not a long hair, beard, unless it is a religious. Yes, it's fine, but otherwise, you look yourself, present yourself. Because when you're presenting, look at example, the people who comes on the road, like online delivery, Swiggy example. When you look at a people, you should feel that wow, मतलब आदमी इतना मतलब neat है, food कितना neat होगा. Am I right? You talk about this, am I right? If the guy who comes with the lousy, without combing his hair, without his washing his hair, face, and then you feel that, अरे यार ये क्या है, ऐसा आया है, ये कैसे delivery boy है. All right? This is how we feel about others, and absolutely you should feel same thing about yourself also. Okay? Say good morning and greet the team. Very important. I'll tell you an example. When I was working in an Almarai and I was heading the QA team of the plant, and one of the labor used to come to my office for cleaning, and I used to say good morning with a smile face every day. And then when I left the company, when the new manager comes in and he was sharing with others, earlier manager used to wish me, but this manager doesn't. So this is how people remembers you. Please remember this. Small things. Say good morning to your team. How are you? Kaise ho bhai? Kaise chal raha hai? Breakfast hua? These are the simple words we should use to greet the people. Your posture, your position, how you sit, okay, cross leg, whatever, straight leg or whatever, okay, that's very important. Looks professional. Be confident when you're talking, okay, because you might be calling you, the management might call you for a meeting. You confident, you say confidently, you talk confidently, and you will get identified. Okay, learn presentation skills, like this is the PPT form. Learn presentation skills for 6 months. As I said, when you join a company, 6 months, first 6 months, understand people. Don't react anything. Try to understand people. If you understand the people, then you're winner, and you will have no conflicts in your job. and say no to your manager when it comes to the task. Because as I said, you might be having a pressure, and then you come across many tasks and you say, there is a naimo, can't do that. Something background noise. Okay, fine. So another thing is never say die attitude. That means, ye mere se nahi hoga. No, we will do it. We'll get this done. We'll do it and we'll get this done. That is the attitude we should have it. And very important is, you should kind of have to zeal to say we did it rather than I did it. Okay. When, for example, you win an award for your department, and then you always say that we did it rather than I did. And when we say we, that shows your leadership skills. Spend a shop floor, don't manage from an office for about 2 years. As I said, work hard. Try to work with the people rather than managing. Try to understand people. Try to work for about 2-3 years. Okay? Be a part of the solution provider. Don't be a part of the problem, but part of the solution. इसको solution कैसे निकालने का? Try to understand. Don't waste much time in a canteen. I don't know, something background noise, guys. Is it from mine? I don't know. Okay, anyhow.
Now
I'll
it
try
is
to
fine
come.
now.
Sorry.
Now it is fine, I think.
So important thing is वो गप्पे मारना, gossiping करना canteen में, that's fine. But if you have a lunch break, spend for about 1 hour and then come back. All right. Don't change your job frequently. Please remember this. And I did this mistake initial of my career. I did this. When somebody look at your profile every 6 months, every 1 year, 1.5 year, people are changing job. It doesn't look nice. Connect with your seniors and colleagues through social media. And as I mentioned in the beginning only, you create your LinkedIn profile. Please do that. If you don't have profile, you do it today itself and put a nice professional photo. Okay. Apply whatever you learned into practice. Okay. And seek advice from your seniors. And even if you're from juniors, doesn't matter. Because some of junior friends might be having more experience and more technical knowledge. You seek advice if you don't know. Am I right? And please remember, you learn from a mistake, but don't repeat the mistake. Repeat the mistake. No. And you learn it. You learn from it. That's how we learn it. And last one is compete with yourself, not with others. As I mentioned, you have to compete with yourself. I was like this 6 months ago, and I'm now like this, and I want to be in next 6 months like this. All right. As I said, learn from everyone. Don't ignore operators. And operators are the ones who gives you a best practical experience. Please remember that. They are the ones who gives you a more practical experience than anybody else in the company, because they are the ones who can give you better experience, right? And that's how you celebrate the win, right? And more importantly, whatever we discuss about these things, practice it for 21 days to be a successful. If you want to try to manage your time, if you want to try to improve your communication, put it on your schedule and practice it for 21 days. And that's how you become right? Great. That is how I've done with the PPT, guys.
Thank you for development skills and
Hello. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir. No issues.
I hope I try to add some kind of a practical experience rather than just theory. But very important, guys, is like you start putting this in a place. And first thing to start with is you start with creating your LinkedIn profile, start conversing with your seniors, start collecting their phone numbers, start talking to them. It could be, without agenda, you just call them, sir, how are you? How is the things going on? What's up? When are you coming to your college? Example, right? This is how you should start the day, right? Yeah, over to you guys. Over to you.
And Dr. Anuradha, can you take the questions one by one so that, sir, you can discuss with the student? And if they are not satisfied with your question, you can also discuss with the sir, okay, by unmute your mic. Can you take up the question? I could not able to see because I am disconnected in between the session.
Okay. Thank you, Veena ma'am. Sir, there is one question from Diksha. She has asked, sir, how can we overcome the stage fear?
Sorry?
How can we overcome my stage fear?
Okay.
Sir, you can also see in the chat box also.
Yeah, better if somebody can read it for me, that would be good.
Okay.
Sir, how can we overcome my stage fear, sir?
Okay, yeah, as I said, those who are weak in communication always have a stage fear. Very simple way is, you try to, yes, I did that actually. I did that in beginning of my career. If for example, class teacher ने बोला कि आके थोड़ा explain करो ये क्या है. For example, pasteurizer जो explain कर रहा है, just come and explain on the stage. And then you started shivering, right? So very simple way is, you practice within your room. Your room, you might be having 2 to 3 friends in your room, in your hostel. You try to do that. You try to talk to a teacher. Very important is, for example, you have a Veena ma'am as a professor. You might be having fearness about her. You try to talk to her. You try to go and ask a question. So this is how you should open up. It's not a one-day exercise. It's not a two-day exercise. Basically, you should start exercising. Right? When you start fearing about somebody, and then you will continue that fear. How to break it? You go and talk to them. Very simple. You talk to them and break that barrier. And some people say, you practice in front of the mirror. I don't know how practical it is, but I tried to do that initial of my career, but I never be successful. Only way is whenever you get afraid of something, you go and talk to them. You go break that barrier. That's a very simple. And why fearness comes out? One thing very important is, अरे यार मैं जाके कुछ गलत बोल दिया तो क्या सोचेंगे मेरा दोस्त. Don't think about your friends and other society. You need to live for yourself, and that's how the confidence level goes up, right? And don't try to compare uska communication अच्छा है मेरा अच्छा नहीं है. Unless and until you start practicing it, you'll never become that person, right? So to break that barrier, start talking to everybody, and leave that shyness apart. This is how you can get a confidence, and जो भी stage fear है वो पूरा जाएगा. And try to participate. For example, simple way, if you can't have a single participant in your youth festival, social activities of the college, you do it in a group with other selves, and this is how you start your step by step to remove that.
Okay. Diksha, are you satisfied with the answer, or do you have any other questions? Otherwise, we'll take up the another question. Diksha? Okay, Anu, you can take the another question. Next question.
Sir, another question from Yuvraj Singh. He has asked, adaptability is required, but what if the people start misusing the adaptability? Then how should we react?
No, adaptability, it's not about, the people playing with your emotions. It's not about that. Adaptability in the sense, how well you adapt. How well you adapt in the sense, as I give an example, okay, what he is trying to say might be, for example, okay, he is willing to adapt, usko transfer kar le. Never mind, no problem. That may happen in one company, but other company you may be successful, right? See, one thing very important, adaptability is all about change management. Whenever there is a change happens, we try to resist. For example, when the lockdown happens in the country, everybody try to resist because we are not used to it, right? First initially, and then police and all government officials started beating up people physically, and then we started realizing that okay, they are doing it for myself, and then I need to be locked myself in the house. So this is how adaptability comes through. Very important is, adaptability. Yes, sometimes I totally agree with Yuvraj Singh. Sometimes, for example, if a person who doesn't speak much, who doesn't come forward, who is a very simple and calm guy, he will be a victim, right? He always be a victim in the companies, and that's how people look at, okay, he is a victim and get transferred into other. And I totally agree. That's why, yes, like adaptability doesn't mean that you need to accept everything. If you want, if it is against your ethics, if it is against your company, you can always try to resist in a construct. You can always resist. You can always say no. Okay.
Okay. So next question from Ashish Kumar. How a shy person improve their self?
How shy person can improve?
Improve ourselves.
Yeah, that's what I said. That I was a shy person in the college. I used to be like that. Okay. Uh, but however, I think one thing very important is when I become a class representative in the final year, and I never used to be a very great in good English those days, but this is how I started learning, in terms of try to manage the team, try to get away from a shy. So you get involve yourself from others, from other activities. Like I finally realized that I never used to come forward for any kind of practical. For example, there is a cheese making practical, practical, in the student experimental dairy plant. But I never used to come. I always stood up at the back and then I was watching. And then I realized that this is not the way I supposed to be. And nobody will teach you that, and nobody will take you to the forward. Please remember that. Nobody will take you to the forward, any company, anywhere. You need to put yourself and move forward. And aage aa jao. Maybe like what I did in the final year, I realized that this is not the way, because next year I'll be pass out, and then when I come to the job, and then everybody will kill me if I be a shy person. So I myself said that I want to become a class representative. That's how I become a class representative in the final year, and that's how my shyness and everything gone away. Because why? As I mentioned, I started interacting with each and every students of my colleagues and also teachers, and that's how the shyness will come. Because unless and until you open up for a new activity, new things, if you sit at the back, you always. And one simple thing, what I did was I always used to sit at the back, and then I make myself that I will sit in the front in the final. And you know that when college professors are teaching, and sitting in the front is not so easy. You cannot make fun, you cannot make gossiping, you cannot make other things, right? And that self I put myself into that. I'll come out in the front, and this is how probably as a professors can do that. Whoever in a shy nature, they keep on rotating. It's not regularly, what I can say, but once in 2 weeks, you can call, oh, backbenchers, please come on the front. This is how you can make them everybody involved, and the shyness will go. So shyness will go away only if you come out of it. How to come out of it? You participate in open forum. You talk about that. Even wo galti bhi ho gaya, start asking questions to the if you don't know. कभी कभी क्या होता था कि when we were in the college, we never used to ask the questions because we are shy of others. अरे यार और लोग क्या सोचेंगे मेरे बारे में? Forget about other guys. You think about yourself. That's how you should look at it, and you open up yourself.
Okay, sir. Sir, next question from Kiran. She asked about the immediate reaction. Some people react immediately. How this problem can be solved?
Yeah, that's what I said, that even I used to be like that. Whenever immediately, like anything happens, किसी ने बोल दिया, immediately react. As I said that, some people say that when you get an angry, you drink water, you take a breath, you do yoga, a lot of things people said. But only thing is, you need to do yourself. How do you do that? Whenever there is a situation comes out, your mind has to work consciously. I said that any practice, if you want to do, for example, I'll tell you, if you want to get up at 7 a.m. in the morning to reach out your college at around 9 a.m., religiously you have to work in your mind for 21 days. Please remember that. If you practice it, why 21 days? This is how the experienced people talks about. 21 days, if you practice it, it automatically comes into your practice, and you don't need to get up at 7 o'clock. Your mind will ring you a bell to get up at 7 o'clock, right? This is how you work consciously, and whenever you get angry, stay back. हमको कभी कभी क्या होता है कि कॉलेज लीडर्स होता है, झगड़े वाले एक आदमी होता है, आदमी मतलब यू नो लाइक द गाय वो ऑलवेज स्टैंड अप, अरे यार मेरे को स्ट्राइक करना है, चलो मैं आगे निकलता हूं, दैट्स अ लीडर एग्जांपल, एंड ही ट्राई टू व्हाट हैपेंस, गुस्से में, हाँ मैडम आपने ये किया, आपको अपॉलॉजी करना है, आपको स्ट्राइक करना है, वो नहीं मिला, ये नहीं, सो द स्टूडेंट्स हु रश, he always try to have exaggerated mindset in his mind. So then you know what happens, you will have a short temper, you will have a bad relation. Please stay back and think about a moment. That's what I said, that when your mind reacts, stop it immediately. That your conscious should work. Stop it immediately, and then you think about it. Take a one step backwards and then cool, and then your cool minded will think in a different way. It will guide you in a different way. You need to practice it. That's the only simple way. लोग बोलेंगे योगा करो, वो करो, ये करो, वो नहीं होगा. I think you need to work 21 days consciously to get out of this.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, one question from Kamal. He asked about how to prepare for an interview.
That's a very good question. That's very very good question. I think nowadays there are many videos are available. Okay, how to prepare an interview. Certain set of questions are available. For example, introduce yourself. Okay, introduce yourself in the sense you want to sell, you want to market yourself. Example I'm talking about. So your name, your education, what is your hobby, what you've done in college, what is your aspiration. Example, these are the things which you need to cover. and in an interview, very important is your confidence. And those who are with the confidence, more confidence, can win any interview. And when I passed out in 2004, Almarai came into my department as a dairy chemistry, and they were doing over 60 people interview, but only 5 people got selected, and I was one of them. And I wasn't prepared for interview, believe me, because I was not aware that what questions will come out. But now there are a lot of YouTube videos are available, what to prepare and what to not prepare, right? But those days, those are the things which are not available. So what I did was I just had only confidence. That's it. And one of the guy who used to be, who used to be UK guy, his name was Malcolm Jordan. He used to be in very higher position in Almarai company. And he asked me a few questions that introduce yourself. What's your name? What's your aspiration? Which department do you want? Only 5-6 questions about 5 minutes, interview for 5 minutes, and I got selected. You know why? Because I was nicely dressed. One important thing, I was nicely represented myself. Second thing is only I was confidently answering his questions, whether right or wrong. Please remember this, whether right or wrong, whether answer could be wrong, but you are confidently telling them. That is very important. And I think I tell you a lot of YouTube videos are available. You go through it, you understand, you practice it. And whenever you have an interview, don't neglect it, at least prepare for one thing. Even today, after 16 years, if I have an interview, I spend at least 3 to 4 days to prepare for an interview. What to prepare and understand about a company, what company is about, which company I'm giving an interview, what about a role, what role demands me, and other technical aspects about the interview. These are the few things which I can share it up.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, next question from Simrandeep Kaur. For effective time management, do you recommend planning the task on a daily basis or weekly basis?
No, it depends. It depends. For example, in my job, my job demands, daily planning basis, and some job demands weekly basis. There is no hard and fast rule that you have to do minute by minute or hour by hour. For example, secretary of a prime minister has to do day by day, minute by minute. All right. So it depends on the job to a job, how your job demands and what frequency to be, planned. So it depends. Like there are, if you have a laptop, there are sticky pads are there. You have a mobile, calendar, and in the calendar only you can just put a reminder. Example, right? I want to submit a, for example, assignment. I want to have a seminar next week. Example, right? By the way, another things for overall general. I don't know nowadays whether the curriculum demands it, but at least once a month in your teaching curriculum, give them one assignment and let them come back with a presentation, and let them sorry, let them present for 5 minutes. As a professors, you can do that. Those days we had it actually. We didn't had all those audio visual aids. Only overhead projector sheets were there. We used to write and we used to project those days. But nowadays LED projects are there. I think you give them an opportunity, one presentation a month, and let them present. And that's how you take out your fearness. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, one question from Ketan Sharma.
Yeah.
Please give some tips for anger management.
Anger management. Yeah. This is my favorite subject. But however, as I said, anger management, it's all about your frustration, your reaction, your mind. Don't react. So if you react, you will get anger. So how to control that? Again, I said that you work consciously in your mind. मेरे को गुस्सा नहीं आना है, मेरे को गुस्सा नहीं करना है. And sometimes you cannot avoid it actually. I know that. Nobody, in the world, if people are not aggressive, if Kohli is not aggressive, if Kohli is not anger guy, we cannot win the sport. We cannot win the cricket. He has to be aggressive. And sometimes, angerness is required in sometime within yourself, but don't express. That's very important. When you get an anger in with yourself, that means you are pumping yourself to do next task and be challenged. कभी कभी क्या होता है गुस्से में I'll challenge you, I'll do this करके. So that's a good sign. But don't express that I'm challenging you, I'll do this. No, but do it yourself. I'm challenging myself, I'll do it. And do and show it. And so only one way is don't express and try to control. And कभी कभी होता है, I know that it's very, very difficult. Sometimes short temper हो जाता है, गुस्से में निकल जाता है, and then people get, upset about other person. So only way is, you stay away from that activity, or you just take a one back foot and think about it. And वो गुस्सा जो निकलता है बाहर आ जाता है, try to control and nullify in yourself. And that is a practice. It's not about a theory. I'm telling you, it's about a practice you do, and consciously you do practice.
Thank you, sir. Sir, one question from Kanav.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't know or recall the theory concept or working of particular process, then how can we tackle that situation rather than giving excuses?
No problem. See, like, for example, I see personality development is always one step ahead than the, reading technology. Or, for example, if I don't know about a pasteurizer or FDV, I can go back and read and learn. And please remember, in a forum, in a meeting, if you don't know, acknowledge that you don't know. And don't try to, prove that I know, and you end up with, fooling yourself. Okay. And please remember that even today, if, my superior ask me, any question about anything, if I don't know, I confidently say that I don't know, sorry, my apology, but I'll get back to you. Let me check and get back to you. This is the answer you should tell them. And as you know, like, there are a lot of books, after that you can go back and you can tell them answer. And the best is, I don't know, let me check and come back. That's the best answer.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Sir, one question from Harsh.
खड़ जा फिर गल करदा मेरी क्लास लगी भी है यार होना
Sukhdeep,
One question from Harsh. In today's competitive world, an industry prefer a smart employee than a hard work employee. So, sir, how a student deal with such a situation to get a job?
Anu, can you repeat the question? Who is this Sukhdeep? Can you mute your mic? Can Anu repeat the question? Understand.
Okay. In today's competitive world, an industry prefer a smart employee than a hard work employee. So, sir, how a student
not
deal
really.
with such
As I
situation?
said, I mentioned that point, couple of times. Very important, what I mentioned was, smartness is required. Yes, smartness is required when you learned everything in that company. Okay. For example, smartness is required. I'll tell you an example. Okay. You say that nowadays competitive smartness is required. You're working in a company, and then your subordinate will come and tell you, there is a problem and we cannot solve it. Example, I'm telling you, we have a problem and we cannot solve it. Okay. If you don't have an hard work, if you don't know about that machine, or if you don't know that experience, and then you will get fooled by that person, and then you believe that whatever he's telling, it is right. Right? That is a smartness, what we say. But when you do hard work, what do you mean by hard work? You're spending a time on the ground floor. Example, you are working in the XYZ company. You have been allocated to work in a production department. Example, that is in the pasteurizer processing area. If you don't know about pasteurizer capacity, how it works, where it goes, you really can't do some kind of a smartness work there. Actually, sometimes smartness is required, whereas the hard work, the practical experience of an hard work is required to take a decisions in a smart way. That's what I mean is. So as I said initially, you need to spend a time on the floor to understand the reality groundwork, and then do a smart work, getting your things done by sitting in an office. That is the easy way, what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir. One question from Chahat. Sometime when you are in good books of somebody, then they start giving you their own work. How to react to that situation?
Okay, don't think like that actually. And as I said, if for example, if somebody is giving you a work and that's an opportunity to show your talent, and don't do that actually. Don't think that he's giving me a job because he likes me more. But yes, he's like you more, and that's what he is giving an opportunity. Why? Because he is thinking in his mind that this guy should be in my place next time. That's what the thing comes out. And you may not think that अरे यार ये तो मेरे को ट्रबल कर रहा है, 4 बजे मेरे को 5 बजे में मेरे को निकलना था, 4:30 बजे दिया और मेरे को 7 बज जाएगा. Don't think like that. Okay, so that is how your senior superiors will always think that. And of course, some people who doesn't like you, they trouble you, but always you think that any experience which adds into your bucket will add a value in the next stage. Basically, when you become that's what I said, that whatever the experiences, whatever the troubles you experience, you get an experience in the initial of your career, it becomes very, very easy to handle any kind of company, any kind of team when you become a manager. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So take it as a positive way and try to complete the task.
Sir, one question from Prerna. How to remove hesitation while speaking?
Yeah, I think I've answered this in a different way actually. I think, that is basically you need to open up yourself and come forward. Basic thing is, you start asking a question in the college. Very simple way. That is the only simple way. If you become a shy, you will become a shy forever. At least, whenever you have a doubt, for example, you are not understood a concept of anything which is, which professors talks about, you ask them, ma'am, can you please repeat once again? I didn't understood the concept or a principle. Can you please repeat again? This is the way you should start and get away from a fear. That's what I can say.
Okay, sir. So next question is why should one give importance to dressing?
Good question. Okay, I'll take this question in another way. Do you like Nestle? Answer is yes. Nestle company, am I right? Do you want to buy Nestle products? Yes, I buy a Nestle product. Why you buy a Nestle product? Okay, I buy a Nestle product because of two things. One is of quality of a product which comes through. Okay, and another thing is quality of the packaging it comes through. Right? If think that the packaging is not nice and you have a lot of insects or some dirtness sitting on the packaging material, do you buy it? Answer is no. Am I right? Answer is no. You will not buy it. Am I right? So that is how the representation of the company itself, and you are representing yourself from on behalf of company. Am I right? So that is how you look at it. That's how why dressing is important, because you're branding yourself. Nestle is branding a curd or anything. You talk about Maggie. The company is representing in a packaging, and this is how company gets represented in the market. And that the same way you are representing yourself. You are creating your brand. You need to create brand, am I right? Nestle has created a brand. Britannia has created a brand. ITC has created a brand, and there are many other. Amul has created a brand. Example, all right? Amul is why successful? Because they are innovative packaging which attracts, which represents the company, am I right? You may not eat the product, but when you look at on the shelf, wow, superb. And think that very lousy packaging material, very dirty packaging material, what do you think? अरे यार ये अमूल है क्या? ये कैसा है? So the same way others is also thinks about you when you don't dress it in a nice way. Yeah, next question.
Next question. Sometimes we do not have the motivation to carry out our task. Would giving ourselves a break be healthy, or it will be classified as a procrastination?
No. Actually, that is a very good question. When you continuously getting a demotivation, taking a break is very important. And that's how, for example, when you join a company, you will realize that. For example, probably in a particular seasons, you might have a lot of pressure under you when you're working in the production department, and taking a 2-3 days a break, spending a time with friends and family will always gives you a fresh mind. And that is absolutely necessary. When your mind doesn't work, when you're stuck up for something about an idea, take a break, half a day, 1 day, take a break and relax. And that requires, it's like you cannot continuously run any engine, right? Because engine breaks down, and our mind is like an engine, and it requires some kind of a fuel. And what is a fuel? Is a break is a fuel. And you take a break, you come up with a fresh mind and restart it. That is always be a good idea.
So next question, is it okay to say no to you don't want to do?
I'm not sure. I look at it in a different way. In the beginning of career, if you start saying no to your manager, but some of the managers will take it personally and start troubling you. So what you can do is always you can say that I'll try my level best, rather than say no. Yes, sometimes it is required when it crosses the limit. For example, as I said in the beginning, one of the question came out, and I answered a question that the manager will start troubling you, and then he will pinpoint, or he will keep on torturing you, and then at that point in time you need to break down, and then you say no. But if it is possible from you, you know you can say that yes, I'll try my level best and do it. But saying a no in a different way, how you can say that? For example, you will say, can you go to this for example, tomorrow, instead of coming to the factory, you go to there, bring that product. Example, something you bring from there, other factory. Okay, collect a material from other factory and come. You can always say that, sir, is there any alternative? Can I give you an alternative? Can I, instead of me, can I ask my other colleague to go and collect it? So this is the way you should deal with that. Instead of saving no upfront, because you are starting up a career and then you are saying no, that doesn't reflect in your good values in front of others.
So next question is, due to pandemic, the world is changed, the industry has changed a lot, and they also decreased the job. Pandemic also created an opportunity of new job. Then sir, what's your opinion, that change is good or bad, and or there will be no change in long term?
Okay, change is inevitable. As I mentioned, change has to happen. And believe me, the way we used to work earlier and the way we think about it, it's completely changed. And this change has to happen once in a while, and so that we change ourselves. And the way we handle the whole situation is completely different, right? Because people, they used to think in a traditional way, they have to think in a different way. And change has to happen. And COVID, whatever it happened, of course, like losing a life is nowhere joke actually, but doing respect of that, but change has to happen. And this is how companies, because if you look at a lot of startup companies, and they spend a lavish on a lot of things, and now they cut down all the cost, and really really mean to it actually. And how to struggle in a difficult situations, you will come across those experiences. And if you pass this exam, and you can pass any exams, it's like that, and it's a good for somebody, and good, and some people will look at those who lost a job, maybe they are upset, but those who are continuing a job, they may be happy. At least they retained their job, because most of them lost a job. Around lakhs of people have lost a job. Some few people have a salary cut about 25 to 30% in the industry. But you look at it in a different way, it is an experience to us. That's how you should look at it. And every moment in your life is an experience, as I mentioned, and it will teach you something, right?
So next question is to how to improve the communication skill.
As I mentioned, I think I talked about communication skills. Like you start chatting with your friends. That's a way of communication. You start calling your friends. That's a communication. For example, you start calling your seniors. You start talking to your relatives. That's a way of communication. I think that is the first step towards talking to anybody and remove your fearness and improve your communication. The more you practice, the more you become expertise. That's what I said. That if you want to experience anything, you have to practice it. Okay, write a mail, okay, and chat with the friends, and create a LinkedIn. As I mentioned, LinkedIn is something which comes out with a lot of professional experiences if you want to do it, and this is the time you should start communicating with people.
So next question is, since we know that we are good at some skills, we want to stay positive, but sometimes always keep demotivating, or we start being negative, like we can't do, we won't get that, and it happens most of the time. Sir, how to overcome that so that
Yeah,
we can be positive?
correct. I think I told, like some of the situations will lead to you become a demotivation every time. Why you become a demotivation? Because you see the failures regularly. All right? Because when you see the failure, ये काम नहीं हो रहा है, ये सही नहीं हो रहा है, मैडम ने मेरे ऊपर डांटा, घर में भी डांटा, मतलब like there are a lot of failures in your life. Please remember, there is a guy called Jack Ma. He's a Chinese entrepreneur. Alibaba, who is the biggest online company, online trading company in the world. Jack Ma, who stays in US, he's a Chinese guy. He says he had many failures. He failed in 14 interviews in his after his graduation, and after, of course, after in the graduation also he failed many times. It was like it was like a joke in his family, but he took it as a challenge. Because why? The failures will teach you something and you learn from out of it. All right, it may teach you a lot of things and you learn out of it. What I'm trying to say is the failure will lead to your success, and he become a successful at the age of, I think, 30 35, and now he is one of the richest in the world. That is one example. Second example, KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. I don't know how many of you tasted. Kentucky Fried Chicken is very famous, who are present in 150 countries across the world, which is a part of the M Group. The owner who started this company was about at 65 age, after retirement. Can you believe it? What kind of an energy, what kind of a motivation you will have at the age of 65, right? But he became a successful after at 65. Why? Because he has seen so many of failure, and failures has taught you an experience, and you become a successful. And don't look at frustrations, angerness, but one day or the other day you will be successful. Probably you might be comparing with your friends. अरे यार इसको देखो, हमेशा खुश रहता है, हमेशा एलिवेशन रहता है, हमेशा उसको what I can say, appreciation मिलते रहता है, मेरे को नहीं मिलता है. No, don't compare, don't get angry, don't get frustration. One day that time will also come. Time keep on changing, right? Time keep on rotate. Now today at 10:25 and tomorrow also 10:25 comes, right? So tomorrow you might be having a good. So be positive. Be positive. कैसे होगा? Yes, it happens. It happens. It happens. Yes, it happened. But good things are coming on the way. Good things are coming on. So then when you become a stay positive, and then even if bad things happens, you don't concentrate on the bad things, but you concentrate on the future good things. Right? For example, I'll tell you IPL. I'm from a Bangalore. IPL RCB never won. Right? From last 10 years, RCB, who led by Kohli, never won. But still we have a hope that cup aayega, next year aayega, next year aayega. Be positive. Aayega wo. Yeah. Next question.
So next question, I get impressed, my words not matched, like stammering. Whenever I go through, I hesitate.
I didn't understood this
Or,
question really.
sir, it is not much clear, sir. Jasveer, you can ask directly to sir. Jasveer Singh, please ask the question. What you want to ask?
When you are asking a question, don't hesitate. Even broken English, don't hesitate. Your poor English, don't hesitate. Please remember this. And this is how you need to take step forward to come forward, and that hesitation goes away. Please remember this.
I think you want to ask about the hesitation, how to overcome
Hesitation, as I said, hesitation comes because और कोई कौन कैसे सोचे, को क्या सोचेगा मेरे ऊपर, सोचने दो ना. See, sorry to take this example, very sorry to take this example. PM मोदी को मतलब कितने लोग चोर बुलाया, example am I right? चोर है. He never bother, he continue to do his job. So that's what I mean is, जो लोगों को बोलना है आपके बारे में बोलने दो, but don't get hesitate. You focus on yourself. Don't get hesitate in the sense that is a fearness, weak communication, everything. Hesitate is one of the biggest killer within yourself. And जो भी personal, जो भी वो strengths है वो बाहर नहीं निकलेगा, क्योंकि always it's about negativity thinking in yourself, right?
Okay, thank you, sir. Now the question answer round is completed, sir.
He is asking Pandey, why PM Modi has no mind?
No mind, huh? Nevertheless, by the way, I don't like Modi, but I took an example. Don't take it personally, guys. Okay. Any other questions or?
Sir, next question from, can you let me know about the company of dairy products in South India?
There are many companies. I think most of the biggest, largest private dairy companies. One of the largest private dairy in the entire company after Amul is Hatsun. Hatsun, Hatsun. Hatsun is there. There is a company called Heritage, Creamline, Creamline Jersey by Godrej. There is a Dodla company is there. So there are a lot of other companies, and second largest cooperative after Amul is Nandini KMF Karnataka Milk Federation, which is in Karnataka. So these are the companies. What are the products? We do a lot of course, like curd. We call it as a curd instead of dahi here in South India. Second thing is we have peda, we have barfi, we have Mysore Pak. I don't know if you come across to a South India, do taste Mysore Pak. It's one of the amazing product. So these are the, and we do have Gulab Jamun is very famous, but of course Rasgulla or Rasmalai, those are not very famous in South India, but Rasgulla is very famous. So these are some of the products which I come across in my mind. Of course, ice cream is one of the other famous. Of course, it's famous all over the world, but we eat a lot of ice cream.
Sumit, you want to ask directly to you, sir. Sumit, you can unmute your mic and you can ask it directly if you want to.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Sumit, tell me.
Yes, sir. Sir, सबसे पहली बात, आप कैसे हो?
बहुत अच्छे.
Okay, sir. So मेरा जो
Please, yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So जो मेरा क्वेश्चन है वो साइकोलॉजी में बेस है. तो सर कुछ ऐसे इंसानों के ऐसे कुछ होते हैं कि मतलब एक इंसान को एक काम पसंद नहीं है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, पर कोई अलग इंसान को वो काम बहुत ज्यादा पसंद है.
ओके.
सो सर मैं अभी एग्जाम्पल लेता हूँ, एक रियल लाइफ एग्जाम्पल बोलता हूँ अपना.
ओके.
जैसे मैं अभी फर्स्ट ईयर में हूँ और मेरे को लाइफ स्टॉक प्रोडक्शन मैनेजमेंट एक सब्जेक्ट है.
ओके.
और एक और सब्जेक्ट है डायरी मैक्रोबायोलॉजी.
ओके.
तो सर जो डायरी मैक्रोबायोलॉजी है वो बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग लगता है एज कंपेयर टू लाइफ स्टॉक प्रोडक्शन मैनेजमेंट.
करेक्ट.
सर मैंने जब एडवाइजरी से पूछा था, उनका नाम वीनस सर है हमारे गढ़वासू में. तो उन्होंने बोला कि आपको कनेक्ट करना आना चाहिए ताकि आप उसको इंटरेस्टिंग कर सको.
ओके.
तो सर इसमें तो मैं सेटिस्फाई हो गया इस आंसर से. पर सर जब मान लो अब आता है जिम के बारे में बात.
ओके.
तो यहाँ पर मेरे को जिम बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं है और मैं बहुत ही एक ओबीस बंदा हूँ, बहुत फैटी बंदा हूँ. तो सर मेरा यहाँ पर प्रॉब्लम ये है कि मैंने अपने दोस्त से पूछा जो एक जिम फ्रीक है.
ओके.
उसने बोला, मैंने उससे पूछा कि तेरे को इतना अच्छा क्यों लगता है एक्सरसाइज करना. तो उसने बोला, उसका आंसर बड़ा अलग है. तो उसने ये बोला कि इससे लड़कियां पटती है. तो सर इसका आंसर थोड़ा सा सिली है.
ओके. या
पर जो इसका सर टारगेट है वो बहुत अच्छा है. कम से कम ये बहुत. यस सर.
Absolutely. See, very important is See, like there are. I look at it in a different way. How I look at, if you are doing something, if you are doing some activity, you keep in mind, sir, this is my objective, this is my end result, right? So that another friend who is having a end result, he may be satisfied. Forget about that, because he want to enjoy his life, right? It is a personal perception. If you want to go to a gym, why you want to go to a gym? You want to reduce your weight, right? So that's how you should look at it. And that's what I said, that I always said that from the beginning, don't compare with others. This is what we do biggest mistake. We try to compare with others. We try to compare with others. That's where we stuck up in our lives. Don't compare with others. For example, आपको gym जाना है, वही gym जाना है, मेरे को weight reduce करना है, you go. And don't compare with others. That's what I try to say. And other way is, even I was the same like you. I was not liking, for example, even I was not liking microbiology, but I was liking more of dairy engineering. Okay, like layout banana, dairy machines की बारे में जानकारी करना. But it's not so wrong, but you try to develop, your, as your professor said, you try to develop your connectivity. But nevertheless, if you don't show your interest also, it's fine, because you cannot show interest to everything in every time throughout the year. It doesn't happen. Otherwise we become a computer. Computer likes everything, because it doesn't know, it doesn't have a heart. We have a heart and mind, whatever it says to do, and that's how your consciousness work. Because for example, when you pass out from your college, you might be having 2 jobs with you, and your heart and mind says, I need to join this company because I'm seeing something benefit from this company, I will join this company. So that your mind will work consciously. That's what I said, that somebody may like a gym, somebody may not like a gym. I personally don't like a gym. It doesn't mean that others should dislike it, right? But I have a different means to reduce my weight. I go for a walk, brisk walk example, or I do my diet, I can reduce it. So there are many ways to look at it. No need to copy and paste from others, and you try to compare with yourself rather than with others. That's what I say.
And I hope question answer section is over. Any questions, students? If you have any questions. And I don't think.
What's your view on 3 form bills? No, sorry, I'm not the right candidate to comment on that.
This is not the
forum to discuss.
Obviously. And we are discussing in the personality development you were taking out.
And one thing which I want to stress upon is, as I mentioned, those who are successful in keeping good relations with your seniors and senior colleagues in the industry, they are tend to get a job very easy. That's not only my personal view, but many experienced. And believe me, getting a job in a new company where people don't know you is more difficult, but easy to get a job where people know you better, and that's how you are, you will get more benefit out of it. So that's what I believe, that you start developing your relationship with industry people, start connecting with, I can see a lot of dairy technology in my LinkedIn profile who are students and very active in participations and focus towards, industry, what's happening. You should know, at least, you start reading. See, I have a Facebook account, not for, liking or sending something, but I look at news, what's happening in the industry. There is a food and beverage industry. There is a, what I can say, website, F&B news, food and beverage industry news. And you go through a different industry, you can see what's happening in the industry, which product has come up in the market, who is performing well. So there are a lot of things. It is more of enhancing your knowledge before you come to industry. So that's what I can overall I can talk about it. Yeah, great. Anything else?
Sir, 2 more questions are there.
Sure,
what is the real definition of alpha man?
I don't know. I don't know what alpha man about. I don't know really. Yeah.
Next is, was it easy for you to choose the subject for post-graduation? I'm really confused to choose one. Do you have any tips, sir? It's
Okay.
your own interest what has to be taken based on your subject interest. Sir, if you have
Correct.
any decision, yes, sir.
No, actually, it is up to you. It is up to you. But whatever you do, ultimately, it will enhance your skill set, and it will end up in good positions in the companies. That's no doubt about that. For example, it's my own experience. I did my masters in dairy chemistry, but now I realize, to be frank, I realize that I would have done dairy engineering example. Why? Because that's experience my talks about it. If you know dairy engineering, you can relate a lot of stuff in the background. Some people says, okay, if I would have done microbiology, I would have become research oriented person in the company. So it's up to you, what you want to become. You want to be in the academics, you want to be in the research side of the company, you want to become a in the operation side. It depends on you. So if you want to become what you want to become, three sectors, so then you choose your this thing. Okay, so that's how it will help out. For example, you might be thinking, I want to become a R&D head in ITC example in next 20 years. So then you do probably technology or probably microbiology. It may help out in terms of the research. But if you want to become I want to become a head of Britannia, one of the factory, so then you get into an engineering department, because engineering will teach you a lot of things about operations, how to troubleshoot the machines. Because if you know the machine, you can easily understand and relate a lot of stuff. So this is how you should look at
Sir, one more question is there.
it. Yeah.
Sukhdeep Singh is saying how he want to become an angry man in order to perform better in the ground.
Please,
You want to become.
You should not become angry. That's not a good thing. That's my answer. You should not become angry.
And so you can directly talk to Sir Sukhdeep. In what sense you want to become aggressive or angry?
See, one thing very important is there are two things. One is angry. One is aggressiveness. Okay. You might have seen Kohli. Aggressiveness is very important, and he has taken even for example Ganguly removed his shirt and swung in Lord's cricket. I don't know which year he won the series, NatWest series, and then so that is not angry. That's an aggressiveness. Angry is shouting on others. Aggressiveness is you are showing your sportsmanship in front of others. That aggressiveness in terms of the work, in terms of good cause, it should be there. But angry, there is no usefulness. It's not required. Believe me, angry is not at all required at any point in time, and it is of a zero use, and it frustrates you. It leads to a lot of enemies within your circle. Yeah.
Sir, one more question from Shivam. He's saying by doing MTech, is it matter to the industry, or by doing BTech itself, is it getting good experience?
It depends. See, one thing I look at, MTech always tell you or experience or taught you how to do independently a job. Okay. For example, I don't know how in your curriculum, but when we were doing a master's, 1 year is a coursework completely for a lot of subjects on the dairy chemistry, because I did a dairy chemistry. And then second year, they will give you one assignment for a thesis or for a dissertation work or whatever you call it as.
Here also same, sir.
Yeah.
Same.
Same. Great. So there what happens, it will teach you how to work independently. So that is a very beauty of MTech. It's not just about, some kind of a name, MTech मैंने complete किया, ऐसा नहीं है. It talks about how work you independently, because BTech में क्या होता है, you work as a group, क्योंकि independently काम करने का या practical करने का मौका नहीं मिलता है. Whereas in MTech, it gives you an immense in terms of to work independently. That's how you should learn, because when you go into a professional life or a work life, you have to do independent work. So there will not be any assistant or anybody will come you to assist you, but you have to work independently. That's how MTech will help you out. If you feel that I have to do MTech, you do it. Because rather than repelling in the later stage, if you have in a dilemma, मेरे को MTech करना है या job में जाना है, so choose MTech and complete your MTech, and that will guide you, experience you a lot of things.
Sir, one more question. In current scenario, do freshers have to go for a tough?
Hello, can you hear me?
One
Shivam,
question
you
from
can,
Shivam.
yeah, Anu, take this.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
No. I got a question.
Okay.
Basically, in a tough situations like COVID-19 pandemic, how the scenario for the freshers? Yes, there are, based on my experience of last probably 8 months, a lot of my colleagues have lost their job, and it was a very tough time. They had a bank loans in their, financial issues, family issues, a lot of issues, on lockdown, and lost their job and sitting in Bangalore. They are from Delhi. A lot of, tough situations those days actually. And I know it is a very tough time, but these are the tough time will teach you a lot of things, all right? Because it's very important that I teach you a lot of experience, whether how to play around, how to showcase your talent, when you have a limited job or opportunities, your personal behavior, your personal experiences, personality develop experience, how I can utilize, how I can do better interview whenever there is an opportunity. So a lot of things, it will give you a lot of space to prepare yourself for those situations. If the tough time doesn't come, then you always become you always become in a comfortable zone, and all of a sudden, when all of a sudden issues comes out, you cannot face it. And that's how, like, in a student life, and you are not in a professional life, you are facing this issue, and you should be happy that now what I can see that industry will bounce back. And now what I can see that example, automation industry has bounced back like anything. People who are thinking about automation industry will never recover, but the way it has recovered, it is so fast. Like that, now food industry is recovering. And like talk about Swiggy, Zomato, who are into online food prep companies, they are already recovered around 80-85% of a pre-COVID. So they are recovering. So this is, like it has taught like a lot of things in our life. So that is how I look at it. Yeah. Doing
Sir,
MBA is good or MTech is good. It depends. For example, if you want to be in a sales job, see, in my career, this is my first sales job after 16 years of my career. Okay, I'm into technical sales right now, which I'm doing with CHR Hansen, which is a Denmark-based company. It depends. Like if you want to be, if you want to be in a sales job, which is a very shining jobs nowadays, and do an MBA. If you want to be in other manufacturing, R&D, or in QA, then you do MTech. It's up to you what you want to choose, like where you want to go after that. Because some nowadays, some young generation, they say, if you catch hold of second grade or third grade students, they say, what do you want to become? I want to become a police. I want to become an IPS. I want to become a doctor. So keeping that objective in mind, then you drive towards yourself to become a doctor, and every year it's like that. So what do you want to become? You choose sales. You want to become you want to become expert in the sales field, or you want to become in the FMCG field, in the manufacturing field, then MTech or MBA. Oh, as per ROI, okay. ROI, what I can say is, in sales job, you do more, you get more. That's what I can experience, because a lot of my friends who did BTech along with me and MTech in CFTI, couple of friends who are in Dubai, and they are earning like anything. They are both of them in sales job, and RO is better than mine, what I can say, in a crude method, indirect way.
Sir, one more question. Apart from academics, doing any certification course help us in interview? Give us plus point.
There is no certification which help you out, because once you start your career, certifications will help you out from academics. For example, if you want to become a QA manager, then do some kind of a courses on quality, ISO and all. If you want to become a production manager, then do on Lean Six Sigma, Lean Manufacturing, 5S, total quality management, all those things. So it depends on what you want to become. See, I may not recommend at this stage, because what happens when you pass out from a college, you always be in a dilemma whether need to go for MBA or MTech, which job, which department, whether quality or R&D or production. So there will always be a lot of confusion. So what I believe is, once you start your career, then you will have a clarity in your mind then doing a certification will help you out. But in terms of an interview, certification will not help out. Very simple way, you design your CV and do a lot of how to prepare. I think I request both Veena and Anuradha, both the professors, to run through some of the courses, how to prepare an interview. I could able to recall when I came back from Almarai in 2005. Some of the people, few of my junior called me to share my experience, regarding interview. So then I prepared a short presentation to them, and then I started teaching them. For example, introduce yourself. How to introduce yourself? Example, and they ask, what is your aspiration? How to answer those questions? I think these are the few things which help you out in practicing. So I did that for about 3 to 4 batches, but I could not able to continue because of my time constraint. But this is how he'll help you out. For example, in your college day, I don't know whether you would do college day. I'm not sure, but those functions, you invite somebody who is senior to you guys in the college, and then do some kind of lecturing, only on a preparation of an interview. Example. I think for a final year students, it will be a good idea. We need to run how to prepare an interview, basically, and that will be help out face to face. Some kind of a teaching will help them a lot. What I can understand. Yeah.
So we can. Any questions, students? Otherwise, we can conclude this.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Sir, can I ask one question, sir?
Rahul, please go ahead.
Sir, I want to ask that is it a good idea to spend 2 or 3 years in industries after BTech, and then we should do MTech, or we should maintain our regularity?
Based on my experience, I think you continue your education and come to the industry. I think because I've seen few of my junior friends, came to Almarai and completed around 2 to 3 years, and then gone back to NDRI and done some kind of a master's, and then then again what happens, I'll tell you, when you completed your MTech, again you become a fresher, and then you start searching your job. So I always believe that based on my experience, you complete your education. If you want to complete your PhD or postdoc, whatever, you complete at a stage and then come to a job.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay then.
करना चाहता है ना, तो अपनी satisfaction के लिए कर, ठीक है? ये बाकी और सब भूल जा, सिर्फ अपनी satisfaction देख जहाँ तुझे मिलती है.
Students, you make it mic mute, or you can ask question directly. Any questions? Otherwise, we can come to our question and answer session. And I again thank to Kamaya sir for patiently answering all the questions. And since more than 30 minutes you are answering. And I also thank to all my students for their interaction, positive interaction. The questions are very good. I hope sir has satisfied with all those questions from our students. And finally, I request Dr. Manmesh Kumar to give a vote of thanks.
हाँ, मैं तुमने मैसेज करता ही नहीं पर
Veena, good morning everyone. I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of Guru Angad Dev Veterinary and Animal Sciences University to express my sincere thanks to our honorable speaker and both the participants and the team member proposal state. I would like to thank Kamaya sir for sparing his precious time and making us acquainted with the latest insights about gamut of skills for personality development, such as effective communication, how to write an email, art of time management, understanding the urgency of tasks based on priority metrics, how to handle pressure situations, how to adapt with change, open-mindedness, and working both hard and smart, resolving daily conflict at workplace with appropriate behavior and proper dress code, etc. In fact, and traits which makes him or her unique. And the exact meaning of personality is not just looking good and attractive. In fact, it's a quite broad term and takes into account the physical as well as mental state of an individual, as your overall personality plays a very crucial role in determining your success wherever you go, be it an interview or your daily work. Sir, surely it was.
So there is a lot of noise at the background. Hello.
I think Dr. Manvesh Kumar's the bandwidth on the net
Low. Low.
Learning experience. Participants and the faculty member. Grateful to Dr. S.P. Suman, College of Dairy Science and Technology.
My bandwidth is very low because of that. Manvesh sir, it become
Yes. Yes.
Sir, it was mute in the mid of this.
Oh. So.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you so much. And I'm really thankful to Samaya sir for giving an excellent presentation, and we'll continue this connection in the future. Also, we'll again invite you, sir, in such kind of lectures for motivating our students. And again, I finally thank you for giving us such an excellent presentation. And Gurpreet, you have to call the snaps and all, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And we are also recording this. Yes, Gurpreet.
I request the participants to please switch on their webcams for the photography session. Please, participants.
All the participants will switch on your this webcam, okay, for taking the snap for this webinar, so that we can record this. Sir, and we are also recording this webinar, sir, and we'll also share you with you.
Sure.
And for the memory.
Sure. So thank you so much, Veena, and other faculty members of Dairy Science College. So I'm very glad that at least I could able to share my experience with all kind of students. I hope whatever I shared my experience, at least 20% of them put into the practice. At least they will realize. I think one thing like even when somebody teaches during college days, we never mind because we never bother to focus on those things. But once you come to the industrial experiences, then you realize. So I believe don't do that, but nevertheless you start putting in the practice all these at least 20% of whatever you learn today, and then definitely you will start feeling those changes within yourself. And thank you so much all of you for giving me an opportunity. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Gurpreet, you took the snap and all, right?
Ma'am, snaps has done. They are taken.
Okay. Any formality?
No, ma'am. Now I'm discussing. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You can end the meeting. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you all students. Wish you good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.